Getting started. Before we begin, we need to actually install Python. The first thing you should do is download and install Python environment. All instructions and examples will target this environment. This will make your life a way much easier. Now, when we come to installing or downloading and installing Python, we have more than one option. You can choose and install an editor of your choice. For Linux users, I prefer Sublime Text. It's a very interesting and widely used editor. I will show you this editor in a minute. For Windows users, most Windows users use IDLE or the Integrated Development Environment provided by Python, which is the default one. Options or other options include Vim, Emacs, Notepad++, PyCharm, Eclipse, or any other software that you feel comfortable when using. Throughout this course, I'll be using PyCharm in a Windows environment for all of our demos. So you can use any other one. The coding is the same, but make sure that you know the software that you are using. Now, let me show you the Sublime Text Editor and the PyCharm editor. And let's install Python. Now, to install Python, go to any search engine and write install Python. The first result is download Python from python.org. Now, what you need to do is download Python 3.8.3. You can go with any older version. As you can see, we have 3.7, 3.6, 3.5, but I prefer working with the latest one. So click here once. And as you can see, we have a .exe file, which is now downloading and installing. Now, once it's done downloading, we will start the installation process. And what you need to do at this point is go to the Start menu, right click, and open the CMD or Windows PowerShell as an admin. Now, if you write Python here, you will get an answer. As you can see, I have Python 3.8.2 already installed on my system, which is a Windows machine. And now we can install Python 3.8.3, which is the latest version. So click Open File. Now, since I already have 3.8.2, I have Upgrade Now option, but you will get Install Now. And what you need to do is simply click once and the installation process will start. It will take some time for Python to be installed in your system. And once it's done, you can make sure that Python is installed by checking this using a command window. Now, let's leave it. Now, go and write Sublime Text Editor. As you can see, this is the icon of this software. Click once, and this is the software itself. As you can see, it's a very nice software that you can use for writing codes. You can download for Windows. Click once here. And as you can see, the download process started. Now Python is still installing. It has a lot of features. It's a sophisticated text editor for code, markup, and prose. And you can use it for any programming language, not just Python. And we also have PyCharm. And PyCharm comes in a free and paid versions. So what we need to do here is download the free version. As you can see, this is at the download option for PyCharm. Click download. And now you have two options. You have Windows, Mac, or Linux. Choose your operating system. I have Windows. If you went with professional, you will try it for like 30 days, then you'll have to pay. And the community edition is more than enough. So click download for the community option. And as you can see, the download started. Now let's install the Sublime text editor. I'm showing you how to download and install each of these, but you only have to choose one. So click next, install, and now the installation process for Sublime text editor started. Click finish. Now if you want to see it, you can simply go and look for text editor. Here it is. Click once, and here you have it. Here we have the Sublime text editor, and from here you can simply change the properties for this software. You can go to view syntax and choose the programming language. Again, view syntax and select Python from here. Now once you select Python, it will color your codes depending on the language that you are using. Since this is a PHP code, it won't be colored correctly. Again, you have to go to view and syntax, then Python, to make sure that you are selecting the Python environment. Now the next thing is you have to go here, setup was successful. Now we have Python 3.8.3 installed. Click close, go to the start menu, right click, choose Windows PowerShell or command as an admin. Click yes. Now to know the Python version and if Python is installed, just write Python, and as you can see, Python 3.8.3 is installed on our system. That's it. This is how easy it is to install Python in your system. Now we have Python installed and we have Sublime text editor installed. I already mentioned that I'll be using PyCharm text editor. I prefer this one, so let's close this one. Let's download. I already downloaded PyCharm. Let's install it. Now we are installing PyCharm text editor or coding editor. Click next. Now select the PyCharm community version that you want to uninstall. Since I already have a version, I want to uninstall it and install the latest version. Click next. Then next. Now we have the 2020 version. Click next again. Choose the 64-bit launcher. Add open folder as project if you want it. Add launcher dir to the path and associate it with Python files, and install the 64-bit launcher. Since I have a 64-bit operating system, I marked all of these. Then click next, next, and as you can see now it's installing. It will take some time for the installation to finish. Now it's extracting the files, but this is by far the best Python editor that I have ever used. It provides a lot of functionalities. You can create projects and create files inside these projects, and you can easily run your Python file, track your errors, and debug your code. And best of all, it's free of charge. It's a community version, so you can use it without any restrictions. Now it will ask you to reboot your system. You should reboot it, but for the sake of this lesson I want to manually reboot it later. Click finish. Now if you went to the start menu, you will find PyCharm Community Edition installed here. Click once to start the software. As you can see, PyCharm 2020. Now all what you need to do is simply create new project by clicking here, or you can open up an old project from here, or you can open any old file from here. I will create new project and let's call it Hello World. Okay, Now we have everything up and ready. Just click create. You can choose this new environment or an existing environment, which is our python.exe file interpreter, or you can go with a new environment option, which is this one. Now let's leave everything to its default, just change the name of your project to Hello World and click create. Now it will create a virtual environment so that you can use it to program or to start writing your very first Python code. It usually takes some time when you are running it for the first time. Now it's downloading the necessary libraries. So you have to be connected to the internet. Now we have how to defender conflict, click fix, and configure automatically. That's it. Now you have the software up and ready. This is your project, and here you can create your own scripts. You can add new file or new Python file, and you can name it Hello World. As you can see, this is our first Python file. In the next lesson, we are going to start with our very first Python program, which is printing the Hello World on the console. Thanks for watching this lesson. This is Ashraf from Educational Engineering Team.